Hi everyone, today we're gonna present our Rajasthan Royal project, and I'm Amelia.
I'm Shirley.
I'm Nandita.
I'm Joe.
First, let's talk about the introduction around the background and research question. So our research project objective is to identify and predict high potential under 19 players for the Rajasthan Royal IPL team. While the client goals include narrow down selection pool from the under 19 players and also determine factors leading to the IPL success. For example, the key factors that we will probably consider is about the country, the age of the players, and their team association, etc. And the data that our project include has three different parts. The first one is the auction data for the IPL players, which has the subject of the player and IPL on auction, which is the data that the client provided us. And the variables include the country, state association, date of birth, age, playing role, reserve price, etc. And the second data that we use is the under 19 data from 2016 onwards, which is the public data that we got online from cricketinfo.com. The subject includes the player and under 19, and the variables include country, year of under 19 debut, year of IPL debut, playing role, etc. While the last data set we include is the geographical data set, which has the subject of player in IPL. And the variables include latitude and longitude points for players' location, state association, year, playing role, etc.
So now we move on to introduce our U19 analysis, which is analyzing how India player in U19 and non-Indian player in U19 performs and how many years it requires for them to turn from U19 to IPL. So this slides introduce for Indian player. As we can see, Indian U19 players transition to IPL is very fast, mostly within 1 or 2 years. So compared with other role, batter tend to need more time. And for non-Indian player, we can see that overall it requires more time to transit from U19 to IPL. It is noticeable that all-rounder takes much longer time, which is a majority of 6 years compared to the Indian players, which takes less than 3 years.
So in terms of the geographical analysis, we used the same data set that we used previously for the U19 data, except we looked more so at the specific roles, the latitude and longitude coordinates that corresponded to the state association, as well as the years, so 2022, 2023, and 2024. And the main idea was to just plot the changes in distribution for these three regions across the last 3 years and to see general trends and changes for the representation for these three regions, but also the majority representation. So as you can see in this graph, all-rounders were highly represented within central India. And then moving forward for bowlers, there was higher representation for northern India. And then for batsmen, there was high representation for southern India. And then finally, for wicket keepers, there was higher representation as well for southern India. So the main idea behind this is that specific regions within India produce specific roles at a higher percentage. And going forward, the recommendation is that the Rajasthan Royals could perhaps use this data and specifically looking at certain areas within India for filling specific roles that they're looking for in their recruitment process.
So we developed a hierarchical mixed effects model to analyze reserve prices in the IPL auction data. So our model analyzes reserve prices with fixed effects for player attributes like specialism, year, and age, and a random effect for regional variation by state associations. So the key findings from our model include batsmen and bowlers have the highest premiums with reserve prices of 2.57 and 2.79 units higher than all-rounders respectively. Wicket keepers add 0.66 units. Older players see a 1.58 unit increase per year of age. However, reserve prices dropped by 3.99 units in 2023 and 2.17 units in 2024 compared to the baseline year of reference, which was 2022, which essentially highlights a downward trend despite strong influence from player attributes. We found that player attributes significantly influence reserve prices, with bowlers and batsmen commanding the highest premiums. Age also positively correlates with reserve prices, while players in 2023 and 2024 were valued lower compared to the baseline year of 2022. Yeah. So our analysis also revealed regional differences and the overall impact of regional factors on reserve prices. So the density curve here shows that players from northern parts of India have a high proportion of above average reserve prices. We observe a similar above average presence for the west as well. The central region, however, has a more balanced distribution of above and below average prices. Regional factors contribute, so the conclusion that we draw from this is that regional factors contribute minimally to reserve price variation, and we also observe only an ICC value of 1.96%, which is extremely low. This highlights the primary importance of player specific attributes in valuation, and our future work and or an extension to the study can expand this analysis by incorporating external regional factors and employing advanced models of analysis. Thank you.